Is the current playing schedule too demanding on professional players? Martin, I know there's a stat that's come out recently that said at any one point in England, 25% of the player base are injured.
We ask too much of our international guys now because they're obviously caught between this club and country thing. Their clubs want them to play to be successful domestically and in Europe. You know, you don't want your club to be relegated. You want it to qualify for Europe, and then you've got to play test matches as well. But I actually enjoy playing. I'd rather play every week than rest for huge amounts of the season, which I would find frustrating as a player.
Philippe? We have in France 26 games for domestic championship, and after semi-final, final, 6 or 9 games for the Heineken Cup, and after the international, you can play 40 games a year, and high-level games is too much.
Do you get an easier ride then down south?
Look, in Australia, one of our biggest weaknesses over the years has been our depth, the number of players that we've had playing a higher level competition, and we have never had the depth of a lot of the other nations. I think also we had to start with the genetic pool that was England's cast-offs and this sort of thing. So we haven't started off with the best genetic pool there. But now we're actually starting to get some better. We're getting a lot of South Africans are moving to Perth, so we're going to start a prop breeding program over in the West there and things like that. But we've had to play less rugby than everyone else and make sure the games that we're playing are very high standard. So for a lot of the guys in Australia, through the latter part of my career, the most you'd play if you played all the matches was probably around 26 matches.
The players are being paid big bucks now.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That is, it's a money thing, isn't it?
Well, it is.
Because if you turn around and say to the modern player, I'll tell you what, we'll pay you less, we'll give you less money and play less games. They'll say, give us more games.
Overplayed, overpaid, but just end with the stat. I think you were telling me in the bar the other day, when you won the World Cup, you were back at training when?
We were back in the club Wednesday, back training Thursday, played Saturday and played through.
You just can't do that. It's just like,
Yeah,
was that a pride thing?
Yeah, of course it was. I didn't want my club to go down. We had to come back and try and start winning and get things going. I didn't want to be honest, if someone would have to have told me not to play. What was crazy was then taking the guys on tour in 2004 and not saying to them, right, have a good month's holiday and then get good 2 months pre-season training. We didn't play very well.
Yeah. But I mean, the case in point, Johnny Wilkinson, 10 injuries since the World Cup in 2003. You just wonder if something's got to give.